People often say buying a high mileage car is a bad idea, and if you buy a high mileage BMW, you are just a madman. Based on my experience with the E9320D, I think they are right and wrong at the same time. That's why today I'll be driving my high mileage BMW from NELSPRUIT to Durban, just to see what's the worst that could happen. According to Google Maps, NELSPRUIT to Durban is an 8-hour drive. But our travel time will be more than that due to rest stops and unforeseen circumstances. So before the trip I had to do some preps just to make sure we stand a fair chance of making it to Durban.
Got naked at the car wash. You can get naked anywhere.
If you've been following my DIY sessions, you know all the work and experiments I've done on the car so far. The last thing I did was checking the safety of my tires, and the left rear tire was cooked, so I bought a new one and also sorted the alignment. 3,000 gone. I met one of my subscribers at the mall and he told me about his car detailing side hustle, and I was like, yeah, come through, Poison. And they did an amazing job, but that's a story for another day. If we support each other's hustle as much, it would go far. Day before the trip, I filled up my tank because I knew we were gonna leave very early. So I wanted to eliminate unnecessary fuel stops on the day of the trip.
Right? You're Muzi, don't you? What's up? What's up?
The next day we left NELSPRUIT around 4:30 to avoid traffic, and as usual I cleared my figures before hitting the road. Then I started cooking. Here city lights were gone and I had to take it easy because my halogen headlamps are terrible. I want to upgrade to better bulbs, but I don't know which ones to go for. So if you know a thing or two about bulbs, please shed some light in the comment section. After stressing about poor visibility, I had to deal with some crazy curves. After conquering the curves, I was back to my cooking business and the road was clean. The weather was also great, so I had nothing to worry about. The Beamer was just cruising nicely. My crew thinks my car is a scrap and it won't make it to Durban, but I'm confident we won't encounter any issues because I trust my work. And a 700-kilometer trip is nothing. The crazy part is I have no plan for breakdowns, but they don't know. All I have is some tools and fluids, but what are you gonna do with oil and coolant if the engine stops running? What are you doing? What is this Morena doing? You are going to die. In the first 2 hours of the trip, we were just driving on twisty roads, cruising at 60 kilometers per hour and just enjoying the scenery. Here I got an opportunity to push, and the 2-liter 4-cylinder diesel engine didn't disappoint. 115 kilowatts and 330 Newton meters of torque. If you need more than that, then this pre-facelift 320D is not for you. You can try your luck on maybe a 335i. 225 kilowatts and 400 Newton meters of torque will put a smile on your face, and a bit of tears here and there due to N54 issues. The 330D is a safe option and it produces 170 kilowatts and 500 Newton meters of torque. The problem is 330Ds are very scarce. There's probably less than 20 in the used market right now. I've been obsessed with the F30 320D for a long time, and I think I'll just skip it and go for a G20, cause fresh F30 prices are just ridiculous. Might as well go for a high mileage G20. And I'm not sure if I shared the story with you guys before, but around September last year, I almost bought an F30 320D. And Naked saved me because after getting an insurance quote, I realized the car was not worth it. I got a finance approval and the estimated installment was 7.7. After factoring in comprehensive insurance, I was gonna pay around 9,500. There's still the cost of fuel, and the car needed an extended warrant. I was also not happy with the interest rate of prime plus 1%, so they offered a 15,000 rand deal assist to sweeten the deal. Matebazalwane, please man, demand that thing. So if you are in the market for a car, Naked should be your friend. And you can buy cover, manage your policy and claim online. I'll plug you with the link in the description. Okay sharp, we continued pushing and the 320D was cruising without any issues. Hunger was already kicking in, so we pushed to P3T for some breakfast and to rest a bit. But just as we were about to get to the service station, the car broke down. I'm kidding, this is not a VW, so we made it to our rest stop without issues. So far we've traveled 285 kilometers and the average fuel consumption is an impressive 5.8 liters per 100 kilometers. We've only consumed a quarter of a tank. And for those who don't know, I bought this car for 5.2 million naira. But since most of you are South Africans, I'll just say 56,000 rands. According to a 2007 car magazine I have, my car was going for around 314,000 rands brand new. And I bought it for only 56,000 rand 17 years later. So it's only just a matter of time. We will be there. Here the workers were on strike, so we had to go look for food elsewhere. Now this is my crew after eating. We left Piet around 10, meaning we chilled for roughly 1 hour 30 minutes and was still plus minus 400 kilometers away from Durban. That's almost like driving from NELSPRUIT to Pretoria. The road between Piet Retief and Paul Pietersburg was quite bumpy, and after cruising for almost an hour, we found ourselves doing some unplanned off-roading. But my car is a tank, so the gravel didn't bother me. If you wanna get lost, use Google Maps.
Take the next left onto Kirk Street, then turn right onto West Street. Head south on Emmett Street toward Mark Street. In 150 meters, turn right onto West Street. Take the next right onto West Street. In 200 meters, keep right to continue toward R34.
It's actually crazy that I bought this car to use it as a weekend toy for short trips, but I'm now doing a long trip to Durban. The funny part is I have no fear at all when the car is on the road. I don't even think about getting stuck in the middle of nowhere. The only time I worry is when the car is off and I'm about to start it. Deep down, I'm always like, what if I push the button and the car doesn't start? Today we're not doing a driver switch. I'll drive till we get to Durban because I don't trust the clowns I'm traveling with. Especially Mama Snow. She hates my car, that one. I fag bonding.
In 400 meters, turn right onto the N2 ramp to Stanger, Durban. Turn right onto the N2 ramp.
First toll gate was 25 rands. Then the second one was 17 rand 50, and I was like, KZN toll gates are so cheap, Mus. Go to Mpumalanga, you will see. Middleburg is 79 rands. In Machado, you drop 118 rands. Then there's Nkomazi with 89 rands. There they don't play. 56,000 rands BMW from We Buy Cars with more than 300,000 kilometers on the clock is entering Durban. And I've covered close to 15,000 kilometers in the last 7 months with this car. So if you still believe all cars are unreliable after 100,000 kilometers, I don't know what to say to you.
In 100 meters, make a U-turn at Tanager Road.
We made it to our destination and the total distance traveled is 691 kilometers. Average fuel consumption is 5.6 liters per 100 kilometers and we're left with just over a quarter of a tank. Estimated range is 320 kilometers. And by the way, it took us 12 hours to get to Durban. We left NELSPRUIT around 4 a.m. and arrived here around 4 p.m.
One.